Old Macdonald's Farm by Kathy Fahlman Bates and Dorothy Pederson Fahlman. Illustrated by Melinda Rockenkay. Lindsay Macdonald lived on a farm with her mother, father, and grandpa. It was a happy place with lots of animals to care for. "We're just like the song," Lindsay liked to tell her grandpa. "Animals are here, there, and everywhere." Grandpa chuckled. "And I must be Old Macdonald." One summer morning, Grandpa had a surprise for Lindsay. It was a tiny gray kitten. "It's time that you had an animal all of your own, Lindsay. I know you'll take good care of it and have fun watching it grow up." "Oh, Grandpa, I will." Lindsay cuddled the little cat. "You're so small. I'm going to name you Itty Bitty. Itty Bitty the kitty." Itty Bitty always followed Lindsay when she went to feed the animals. And when she was a little bit bigger, Itty Bitty and Lindsay had fun playing in big piles of crunchy leaves. As time passed, Itty Bitty grew and grew and grew. Itty Bitty was no longer an itty bitty kitty. Itty Bitty had become a beautiful, full-grown cat. Lindsay noticed something was different about her cat. "I don't understand you, Itty Bitty. You eat more food and drink more milk than ever before, but you'd rather nap all day than play with me." The next morning, Itty Bitty was gone. Lindsay looked all over the house. Then she looked outside in all their favorite places. "Grandpa, have you seen Itty Bitty? I can't find her anywhere." Grandpa didn't know where Itty Bitty was. "Why don't you look around the barnyard? Maybe she's busy chasing mice or visiting with the animals." On the way to the barn, Lindsay stopped to toss some corn to the chickens. Eating made them happy, and when they were happy, they sang a song. "Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some chicks, E-I-E-I-O. With a chick here and a chick there, here a chick, there a chick, everywhere a chick. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." Lindsay was surprised to hear how nicely chickens could sing. "Your song was wonderful. I'd like to hear you sing it again, but I'm looking for Itty Bitty. Have you seen her?" The chickens clucked. "No, not today. But why don't you ask the cows?" The cows weren't in their stalls in the barn. They had just been milked and were on their way to the meadow to graze. Lindsay heard them singing as they went. She ran hard to catch up with them. "Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." "Did you like our song?" mooed one of the cows. "Oh, yes," said Lindsay. "I would like to hear more, but I must find Itty Bitty. Have you seen her?" The cows looked at each other and mooed, "No, not today. But why don't you ask the donkeys?" The donkeys were in the meadow braying loudly and swishing their tails. They kicked their legs high in the air to let everyone know that this was their pasture. They sang only one song, and they sang it loud and strong. "Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some donkeys, E-I-E-I-O. With a hee-haw here and a hee-haw there, here a hee, there a haw, everywhere a hee-haw. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." Lindsay waited patiently until they finished their song. Then she said, "I was wondering if you've seen Itty Bitty, my kitty?" The biggest donkey tipped his ear thoughtfully. "No, not today. Why don't you ask the pigs? Maybe she's been by their pen." The pigs had just finished their breakfast and were snorting loudly when Lindsay arrived. They were so happy to see her, they began to sing. "Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O." Lindsay knew that the pigs did everything in a big way. She hoped they might be able to help her in a big way too. "Have you seen Itty Bitty? She's missing and nobody has seen her." All the pigs shook their head and the littlest one squealed, No, not today. Ask the ducks. I just saw them fly by. Maybe they've seen her. Lindsay found the ducks busily quacking on the pond after their morning flight around Old Macdonald's farm. When they saw Lindsay, they stretched their necks and burst into song. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some ducks, E-I-E-I-O, with a quack quack here and a quack quack there, here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack quack. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Quack, quack, quack. Does our song make you happy, Lindsay? Yes, it does, but I'd be happier if I found Itty Bitty. Have you seen her? But before the ducks could answer, Lindsay whispered, Shh, I hear something. Listen. She thought she heard Itty Bitty's meow, but there was something else, a soft itty bitty mew. It is you, Itty Bitty, shouted Lindsay. But who is this? And this? And this? And this? And this? Lindsay realized that Itty Bitty the kitty was now Itty Bitty the mama cat. She called to the farm animals, Come quickly, come see Itty Bitty's kittens. Everyone wanted to celebrate the happy occasion, and what better way to celebrate than with a song about the newest animals on Old Macdonald's farm. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had some kittens, E-I-E-I-O, with a meow meow here and a meow meow there, here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow meow. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now, instead of just one itty bitty kitty, Lindsay had 5 more, E-I-E-I-O.